lineup featuring the men that Ron Atkinson has pinned his faith in for this game, such an important one on the calendar against Barcelona. But they're lacking future, whereas Barcelona here, household names, including Gary Lineker, who starts the game in the number 7 shirt, and watch out for Jose Baquero at number 6. He's got a great knack of scoring goals. Well, the nets, as the linesmen just test them, are expected to be tested themselves, with Barcelona in second position, just tugging away at the heels of Real Madrid, who lead the way with 25 points in the Spanish First Division. Barcelona 2 points behind them, and Atletico Madrid are in third place. The referee for this big occasion match is Ramos Marco, and Andoni Zubizarreta, the Barcelona goalkeeper there, I'm sure just thinking about a mistake he made the last time we featured Barcelona on Top Team Spanish Soccer. But he won't have time to think about things like that. With 50,000 people here in the Vicente Calderón Stadium, Atletico Madrid playing in the red and white stripes and the blue shorts. Barcelona, of course, in their so famous jerseys. And a really key fixture to start 1989, with Barcelona just those 2 agonising points behind the old enemy Real Madrid, and so keen to win here. They simply have to win to keep up the pressure on Real Madrid, who are away themselves to Cadiz. And the ball played forward, but it was Aloisio's pass and it was cut out first time. Baguirstein now knocking it back towards Aloisio, the tall Brazilian who's settled so well into this Barcelona defence. And the throw taken by Tomas. And Atletico Madrid, of course, regarding this as a doubly important fixture. First of all, of course, they too want to put pressure on Barcelona, just ahead of them in the league table, 5 points separating the sides. And of course they want to uphold the tradition of Madrid, and they want to get 1989 off to a good beginning. It's been a pretty respectable season for them so far. A lot expected of them, and especially with their new coach Ron Atkinson, who left England and West Bromwich Albion. And there was a moment of anxiety for Zubizarreta as he came from his goal and didn't quite get there. With Baltazar coming in on his goal, a really anxious moment for the Spanish goalkeeper. Milia. There's the firecrackers sound. Traditional sound, of course, in any Spanish stadium. No different here in the Vicente Calderón. Aloisio brings the play inside the Atletico half. It's all a little bit tight for the moment. Now they'll look for Baguirstein, whose first touch let him down somewhat there, but it's been one back for Barcelona. And here is Senna. And Baquero allowing it to run under his foot rather uncharacteristically. Again, it was one back by Aloisio. He's featured as strongly as anybody in the opening moments of the game, and here he is once more. On the ball now, the Brazilian, who had such a fine Olympic Games in Seoul before making his debut for Barcelona. He will have a free kick here. It was conceded by Carlos, the Atletico number 10. And the shot maybe from Milia, but neither power nor direction there. He had time to set himself, but he's not the best of finishers in this Barcelona side. And in any case, the referee had awarded a free kick, so it wouldn't have mattered. Atletico Madrid 0, Barcelona 0 then. vast experience out there on both sides, as a Barcelona player is left writhing on the ground, picking himself up now. It was in fact Gary Lineker who took the knock. Not been a regular in the Johan Cruyff selections this season. Never seems to have quite recovered from that bout of hepatitis, which affected him badly during the European Championships during the summer. Somewhat lofted and lackadaisical clearance there by Sergio, and so Barcelona now threatening once more, and not quite getting it right that time. And here is Racinho Abel, experienced Atletico goalkeeper. Must always rankle with Atletico supporters that they are regarded as the poorer relations in this famous old city behind Real Madrid, and that's another reason that they always want to put one over Barcelona, to show that Real aren't the only Madrid side who can do that. But now they have a chance as well, and the cross is just not long enough to beat Aloisio. To be fair, he didn't have to climb very high to nod that one away to safety. Emilia, trim little figure, Emilia, who's come into the side this season, finds Serna. Again Emilia involved, and they've done well to keep this one going. That one's going to be rather too ambitious for Bagheeri-Stein. Run out of it by Renones Thomas. A rather dangerous ploy, and they somewhat gave that opportunity to Barcelona. Gary Lineker couldn't quite win it. It was rather sloppy defending by Atletico Madrid now, and now they do come forward, and this brings a cheer from the crowd. The cross cut out again by Aloisio, who's made a very competent start to the game, although it wasn't his tidiest clearance. Well, that excited the home fans, and this now will excite the Barcelona supporters, as Baquero and Eusebio both come sprinting towards the halfway line. Bagheeri-Stein is found here, good-looking cross. But once again it's hustled away. Played there by Donato. And the player is left once again needing attention, and the referee is going to have words with Carlos, who was the offender. That was in the first instance, although it's an Atletico player who is now about to pick himself up after the treatment on the halfway line. So Torrecillo is okay, I think. A very sympathetic referee, Ramos Marco. And Torrecillo continues. And the game will restart with a Barcelona free kick. That offence had been by Carlos in the first instance. Snapping away at Gary Lineker there. Ron Atkinson, of course, will be only too well aware of Lineker's poaching instincts. His goal scoring in England was quite phenomenal during the time that Ron Atkinson was managing Manchester United and West Bromwich Albion. Somewhat strong back pass there from Lopez Ricarte. Sent a flutter over the hearts of Barcelona supporters, and now given away, and a chance for Atletico. The shots come in. Might have just taken a deflection, but this time it was Barcelona getting themselves into bother. Aloisio writhing in agony. But so far, the two best opportunities that have come have both been through defensive errors And this time it was Barcelona who opened the door. And an argument between Atletico's own players as to who should have the next kick. It looks as though they've been awarded a free kick in any event. So the tall Brazilian in the wars in the early stages of the game. Well, it's not just the magic sponge these days. He looks as though he's almost got a paintbrush there. But I'm sure Aloisio will spring to his feet, rejoin the action and be as good as new. There you are. And indeed it is a free kick for Atletico, so referee Ramos Marco played a good advantage there in allowing the game to go on until Atletico didn't take anything from the situation. Then he awarded the free kick against Barcelona, and here it'll probably be taken by Orjuela with the left foot. He might try and curl this one. Zubizarreta's prancing around on his goal, and there's the shot, and a fine save from Zubizarreta. We were looking at two players, either of whom could have taken that free kick. And when it did come in, Zubizarreta had to be extremely alert just to flick that ball over the top with his fingertips. Good save. And it's all led to another corner hope for Atletico, and Zubizarreta getting a punch on it. Didn't matter, the referee blew for the free kick. The infringement against the international goalkeeper, who served his side well there. So that perhaps the most exciting moment of the game so far. Serna, Aloisio, given away once more, this time by Bagheri Stein, but Aloisio dribbling himself into trouble, losing the ball to Torsillo and winning it back. But Barcelona are not stringing their passes together with their normal fluidity. Oh, that's a good throw, and it's gone over the top of the defender, who was Julio Salinius back there. Baquero does well. Finds Thomas raiding down the right. Thomas will be confronted by Marinha. And that again symptomatic of the way Barcelona have started this game, and they've put themselves under pressure again. The little low cross was aimed towards Baltazar. Well, it's been a lively start from Atletico Madrid in front of their own fans. No reward as yet. So once again we'll see the patient, deliberate, almost clinical build-up that Barcelona favours. Amelia threading a lovely ball through to Lineker inside the penalty area, and Lineker going down under a challenge, and that was a rather optimistic shout for a penalty. And the referee is coming over to have words, I think, with Lineker, and I think he's almost remonstrating with him for trying to mislead him. Especially for an away side, that was an extremely hopeful appeal. Well, you get a good shot of the crowd here at the Vicente Calderon Stadium. 50,000 people here to start the new year. Barcelona with Baquero, not well aimed. And this time it's Donato who's down. Appears to have taken a blow, whether it was an elbow in the face, which is so prevalent in the game of soccer these days. It remains to be seen. The referee's calling Juan Carlos Arteche over. Baquero too is having sponging down. Now then, This is where Gary Lineker got inside the penalty area, and Luis Garcia went across to fend him off, and that was where he put in the tackle, and I think he was going for the ball, no question about that. Lineker jumped over the top of the extended leg, claimed a penalty, and the referee, in my view, quite rightly said there was nothing doing. It's a good ball over the top of the Barcelona defence, nicked inside towards Baltazar. Well worked away by Barcelona, who will come back at them. It's Atletico Madrid 0, Barcelona 0. And the referee was the man in possession there for a moment. The whistle signalling a free kick to Barcelona, which Melia plays backwards. Serna, Begiristain not got a lot of room there and shadowed straight away by Thomas. And the goalkeeper deliberately kicked that ball out there, Zubizarreta. There's no question about that. It looks as though he's taken a crack on the shins now. Concern on the face of Thomas and of Zubizarreta, who's just explaining to his teammates exactly why he put that ball out of play. And there have been a number of stoppages, most of them for injuries, which hasn't helped really. Now we're underway again. And the applause is because Julio Salinius is back on his feet, happy to continue. Barcelona has always got a good following here in Madrid. Aloisio played towards the edge of that area, towards Lineker, and this time the free kick has been awarded to Barcelona in a very dangerous position indeed, as Lineker picks himself up. Complaints towards the offender there for rather stupidly conceding a free kick in a position like this one. It was Aloisio's ball forward. He stood and watched as Lineker was bowled over, and it was no more than a couple of yards outside the Atletico penalty area, so some nervous moments for the home fans. Flicked in, and it's away, but not very far. Here's Baquero, nice little back heel too. And Begiristein's cross, hacked away, and still not away convincingly. Picked up by Lopez Ricarte. This time they should get it away rather better, but still no distance, and the linesman signifying that the man was onside, so the game continues. Good looking cross towards Baquero. He's so dangerous in these positions, and pushing. So once again the whistle has gone to bring that little hope to an end. Baquero takes up such intelligent positions at the far post for those sort of crosses. He always looks like scoring, as he did then. And the bell doesn't quite reach halfway with his clearance, but it was nodded inside Barcelona's half. Once more Serna has to resort to the back pass. And here's Serna once more. Oh, Aloisio. Not a good pass, but he's got an opportunity to redeem himself now. Starts all over again. Lopez Ricarte. And Atletico are really fired up for this one. They're in so quickly in the tackles. There's been a lot of steel about them. Whereas Barcelona haven't quite settled into their usual rhythm yet. Plenty of time to go though. Around about 70 minutes, I would say. Nicely flicked on. Now it's Thomas, who's good in these situations. He's got a man outside him as well. And here comes Torresillo forward, bowled over, penalty given away by Serna. Referee Ramos Marco had no hesitation whatsoever, as the ball was slipped through here by to Torresillo. The first man avoided the challenge. Serna couldn't stop himself. Down went Torresillo. The referee's finger pointed immediately to the spot, and Atletico Madrid have the opportunity to take the lead. It'll be Baltazar against Zubizarreta. And Baltazar has a good goal-scoring record from the penalty spot. Zubizarreta no doubt will try and put him off as he crouches on that line. 1-0! And a fine strike by Baltazar. And Atletico supporters celebrate, their players jubilant. Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 0. Baltazar from the penalty spot. And we can see here again just how well he cracked that one inside the right-hand upright, beneath the bar. No chance for Zubizarreta. And so Serna's indiscretion has left Barcelona trailing, and it's not often that happens. But they're one down here in the Vicente Calderón Stadium. And that's a reward at last for some good pressure from Atletico Madrid, who've looked the better of the two sides in the opening 21 minutes. Important now for Barcelona, obviously, to try and get back into the game as quickly as possible. They've not shown a lot in attack as yet. There's little Mariña. Important too for Atletico Madrid just to perhaps calm themselves down a little. There's always excitement within a side when they score a goal, and that's, as they say in the oldest saying in football, when they're at their most vulnerable. But they'll be extremely happy with that scoreline, and so will their coach, Ron Atkinson. Ooh, the ball there given away by Serna, who's having a not very good spell at the moment. Might just have rattled him, conceding that penalty. Now Mariña, holding it sensibly. Just calming things down, taking the pass again. Mariña just outside the penalty area. Now Carlos, and not a bad cross. It's just going to be a little bit too long. There was only one colleague really up there. Went beyond him. And that will surely be a free kick for Barcelona. No, the referee allowing play to continue, and that was a very dangerous and a debatable one indeed. And Zubizarreta, having to come out of his area, almost got himself and might still get himself into trouble, and now sensibly plays the ball out. But rather contentious that, because it looked as though Melia had been impeded over on that far touchline. The referee said play on, and Atletico Madrid almost profited. The referee here will say that that was illegal jumping by Bagheri in front of Thomas. He has to do it all again with a second throw. He got it over the top of him the first time when he was jumping, so he certainly did the second time when he wasn't. Nice little flick. Barcelona don't seem to be able to get the ball out of defence at the moment with any ease. And I'm sure that Johan Cruyff must already be thinking of how he's going to turn the course of this game, because it is certainly not going Barcelona's way at the moment. And they've conceded another free kick halfway inside their own half. Which Torresillo, the man who was brought down for the penalty a few minutes ago, will take. away this time. Vaquero. Amelia receiving from Julio Salinas, who sprints down the middle now. And good running from Julio Salinas. Equally good goalkeeping too from Abel, just to spot the danger. The flick on here could be dangerous. Just nudged back with enough strength though by Lopez Ricarte. Well, Atletico Madrid holding this one-goal advantage, and playing some nice football. And they've certainly had the better of the opening 26 minutes of the game. Serna will be rather desperately keen to make amends for conceding the penalty, which has given Atletico their lead. Stein. And floated past the penalty spot. It's come back to Melia. Now, good running here. It was Vaquero and Eusebio who combined on that occasion to win the corner, which Eusebio himself will take, having taken up a very intelligent position. Nice play again. Chances here, sensibly put behind. So, second corner for Barcelona. And they've plenty of men inside the penalty area, as it's drilled right-footed. Vaquero again getting up. It's amazing how he does that for such a little fellow. Aloisio, it's not a good ball from him. Almost inevitable and offside. Barcelona, you feel, are still just trying to find their normal routine. They've not got into any sort of pattern of play at all as yet. They've been hustled out of things as they are here. They've not managed to get Begiristain into any good attacking positions. It's all little bits of scraps that they're picking up at the moment. Surely stealing a few yards there will not help. In fact, it's conceded the advantage. Now the throw goes to Atletico Madrid, leading here by 1-0. The scorer Baltazar from the penalty spot after 21 minutes. So Renona's Thomas, and now he's not got it right from the throw-in. He lifted a foot in the process. Well, that's amazing. It's not often you see that. The two throw-ins are both taken illegally, one after the other. That's what's happened. So Barcelona's throw. That one didn't look too clever either. And now, well, Serna almost lost it on the jump. Steaming in there was Mariña, but too vehemently. So Barcelona, they took it quickly, looking for the pace of Lineker to expose Atletico at the back. And we're going to have to bring the ball all the way back again for the free kick to be retaken. The referee wasn't at all happy with that. Amelia pumping it forward towards the edge of that area. Bagirstein trying to get on the end of it, can't do so. Thomas sprinting out and pushing the ball through the legs of his opponent. Good play from Thomas, and this time Cerna stretches his leg to better advantage than he did when he gave away the penalty. Amelia. Out here is Lopez Ricarte, one of the many internationals on view in this game. And Amelia took rather too long about that. He's got another opportunity now. Might just lift it over to Baquero. Instead he plays it wide. Eusebio. They'll knock those away all day. Julio Salinas, not really seen much of him in an attacking guise as yet, but he's trying to take on 3 defenders here. Gets round one, gets the ball back, lays his crossover. Baquero's in there. Lineker just couldn't turn quickly enough. Baquero, the ball coming off a defender. A second chance here. Oh, Bagirstein just couldn't control it as Roberto's shot went to him. The ball going askew off the side of Roberto's foot, and it could really have set Bagirstein up. I think he was a bit surprised. And that's the first time really that Barcelona have got inside Atletico's half in a good enough position to make it count. Lineker hacking that ball forward towards Julio Salinas and back sensibly to Abel. It was a good little pass, just long enough. There's Luis Garcia, and a good ball played over the top to Carlos, who's not quite able to control it. Under some pressure from Lopez Ricarte here, showed all his experience. Now cantering forward is Cerna. Looks for support to his right. Finds it from Melia, who's dictating operations very well so far. But for all his possession, he's not really been able to play anybody into a really good shooting position as yet. But little Melia has been as productive as anybody for Barcelona so far. And here he is again. Real workaholic. That one's given away. And again, oh, and this time Melia conceding the free kick with that trip on Mariña. And he was about to get away, and it was a despairing lunge which produced the free kick. Taken here by Sergio. Here's the man who gave away the free kick, giving away the ball now. Donato. He's got the chance to swing the ball across. Zubizarreta came and went back, and the header looped across the face of that goal with Zubizarreta scampering across. And luckily for him, it went the wrong side of the upright. But from the moment Donato crossed it, Zubizarreta wasn't sure. He was in two minds. He came and then he went back. There he is, sort of dithering, and the header was just the wrong side of that upright. To be fair to Zubizarreta, he did have it covered. Now that looks more like reaching Julio Salinas, and Lineker's inside. Can he turn? No, the ball hustled away from him. And a good clearing header too from Mariña. And it's played straight into the path of Cerna. Well, everybody's giving the ball away at the moment. Roberto, not too much of him. Critical intervention, but there was an offside flag anyway against Baquero. Okay. Still then, Atletico Madrid leading Barcelona 1-0 in their own stadium in front of 50,000 people. There you have confirmation of that scoreline with less than 10 minutes of the half remaining. So Ron Atkinson, rather than Johan Cruyff, will be wearing a smile at the moment. And I'm not too sure that Barcelona's directors will be feeling too happy. Oh, mistake there, and Zubizarreta having to claw the ball out, but real hesitation on the part of Lopez Recarte, affording the opportunity here for Madrid. They could have got a second one, as simple as anything. Zubizarreta stretching, making the save. The ball had gone behind. I was just saying the directors won't be smiling, because Johan Cruyff, who's reputedly earning £500,000 this year, wants £1 million next year to stay with the club. Well, they'll expect results for that, and they're losing 1-0 here at the moment as Zubizarreta punches clear of his goal. And they're under pressure once more. And it's their big striker Julio Salinas who comes back to work that ball away. Too far for Eusebio. By contrast, Ron Atkinson, the Atletico Madrid coach, is said to earn a meagre £5,000 a week. Good ball through the middle, lovely ball in fact, and Zubizarreta acts as sweeper. And Aloisio, cool as a cucumber, dribbles the ball away and then, not very coolly, knocks it out of play altogether. Well, that wasn't too impressive at all from the Brazilian. So Thomas will keep Atletico inside the Barcelona half, where they've been for much of the opening 37 minutes. But now Baquero to Lineker, and a chance for the Englishman as he strides through inside the penalty area. Fine save by Abel. Lineker looks up wondering just what he has to do to get his name on the score sheet. The ball played through to him in the ideal situation. It's the type of move that Lineker revels in, and he was just put off his stride momentarily before getting his shot in, and the goalkeeper had covered it by then. But an opportunity gone for Gary Lineker. Abel felt the full force of that one, but he certainly saved his side when it mattered most. Now Mariña plays the ball wide for Orejuela. His low shot is, well, there's a cross really, drilled in, knocked away. Now Eusebio. This is Roberto. Rather aimless pass though. Well, despite that opportunity that Lineker had there, this has still not been one of Barcelona's most impressive first half performances of the season. They've rarely looked like scoring, and of course they've given one goal away. So Johan Cruyff will have to earn some of that £500,000 in the dressing room at half-time, unless the complexion changes in the next 5 minutes. Aloisio. Once more, it's easily dealt with by Atletico. The pitch just looking a little bit heavy. As Barcelona in possession, try and work an opening to get themselves back into this match. Milia strides forward, loops his ball forward towards Roberto. Well, that was an unusual piece of goalkeeping from Abel. I thought he was going to catch it at first, punched it out, and it turned out pretty well. Because here is Sergio. Carlos, forward for Baltazar, the goal scorer. Neat turn, trying to get away from Aloisio. has to come back inside, shadowed by the Brazilian. They've gone all the way together, and the linesman has indicated that the ball was out, and it'll be a throw-in to the visiting side. With less than 5 minutes of the first half remaining. Vaquero's persistence almost winning him the ball back. That's well played. That's very good play indeed between Orajuela and Juan Carlos Arteche. And there'll be a free kick against Barcelona, who are continuing to struggle in this first half. Referee Ramos Marco has been pretty consistent in his decisions. He's awarded a penalty, of course. He awarded a free kick there against Julio Salinas. Header coming in. Baltazar just unable to manoeuvre his body sufficiently to get a shooting chance. Well, they really are hustling and bustling the opposition, Atletico. Just too far, but then once again given away. First time shot, easily and capably dealt with by Zubizarreta. Now Bagiri-Stein. How Barcelona would love to get a goal in these closing seconds of the first half. I say seconds, there's probably around 180 of those left, 3 minutes or so, but it's not been a very productive half for them so far. And some consternation there in the Barcelona ranks, because the referee's whistle gave them a free kick when they were away and in a rather good-looking position. However, the free kick had been awarded, and it does afford a chance for Barcelona to get something out of this first half. Julio Salinas looking for Lineker. As we approach the half-time, the referee indeed blows his whistle now, and so half-time arrives here in the Vicente Calderon Stadium, with Atletico Madrid leading by 1-0, coming from Baltazar from the penalty spot after 21 minutes. A lot of talking to do for the Barcelona coach. There's the half-time score. See you after the break.
This is the spot where we bring you bang up to date with the fast-moving and ever-changing world of sport. Everything on Tuesday is shipshape and Bristol fashion and will run as planned. Watch out for our new Grand Prix sailing series at 7:45. It's like Formula One on water, apparently. There are no changes on Wednesday. It's our NFL night and the start of the divisional playoffs, the AFC at 3 and the NFC at 6:30. Thursday is as printed in your programme guide. Remember there's the Citrus Bowl at 3, the World Pro Figure Skating Championships at 7:35, and the second AFC playoff game at 9:05. Remember, you can stay up to date at 3, at midnight, and regularly throughout the evening on Screen Sport.
Eric Bristow, Jockey Wilson and all the other top professional dart players now available on a 55-minute home video from Screen Sport.
16 going for Anderson.
John Lowe's famous 9-dart finish.
For £100,000.
Relive the best televised matches. Just send a cheque, postal order or Euro cheque to this address for your copy of To the Hockey.
Screen Sport takes you across the line in '89. Top action from around the world direct to Europe 9 hours a day. January takes us past the playoffs, through the conference finals, and into American football's day of the year. It's Super Bowl 23. It's live on Screen Sport. From the college scene, the football stars of the future hit the big time in the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and the Hula Bowl. On this side of the Atlantic, we continue week-by-week coverage of the best soccer action in Europe. The World Rally Championship screams into action. And the new year means the start of the Rallycross Winter Series. The crunches continue in the National Hockey League. Magic on ice. From Ottawa comes the art and grace of figure skating. Robin Cousins and Elizabeth Manley are among the stars. Formula One on waves. A fleet of flying 18s race side by side off the coast of Australia in a new series of Grand Prix sailing. Beneath the waves off Mauritius, the marlin prepare to fight the big game fishermen. The Martini Fencing Championships combine ancient chivalry with modern technology. The new year sees the first of the Grand Slam tournaments. The Australian Open serves up in Melbourne's fabulous Flinders Park Tennis Centre. Watch Villander and Graf defend their titles in 2 weeks' first-class coverage. Advantage Screen Sport. And the 1989 US PGA Tour hits the fairways, with Screen Sport continuing to bring you every major tournament. Plus, more late-night horror every weekday night. It's Happy New Year on Screen Sport.
Welcome back to Madrid, to the second half of our game on Top Team Spanish Soccer between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. And a reminder at half-time, it's the home side who are leading by 1-0, and therefore in with a good chance of closing the gap between these two clubs to just 3 points. And what a great result that would be for Real Madrid, of course, sitting on top of the Spanish First Division, if their neighbours and close rivals could beat Barcelona. A real feather in the cap of Atletico, and a considerable boost to Real. And Barcelona here starting and attacking the goal to our right now in this second half. I don't think Atletico had a touch of the ball as yet. Roberto being pushed all the way by Torrecillo. So it'll be a throw. Little Baquero working as hard as he always does, a tireless little player, and here he is once more outside the area, turning it back inside, and a chance here. Good goalkeeping once more by Abel, spotting the danger there, ever alert. So really good goalkeeping twice from Abel, and he had to be sharp here as that ball was just nicked forward, and saved it with his knee in the end. It doesn't matter how you save them. And there's a Baquero again winning that ball in the air. But Eusebio picking it up once more for Barcelona. Julio Salinas, who spent last season with Atletico Madrid, scored 16 goals for them as well in 36 appearances. Good running off the ball by Baltazar, the only man to have got a goal so far in this game, and long and a cross that's stayed in play rather surprisingly. It's gone out now, pushing on the Barcelona player though, and there'll be a free kick awarded to the away side. Well, we said it in the first half, soon after Baltazar's goal. It was important for Barcelona to score then. They didn't. So Atletico weathered that particular little storm, came through that period, but now is a good time again for Barcelona to think of getting a goal, to give them the majority of the second half time in which to get back into this game. They would certainly want 1 point from this fixture if they're not going to get the 2. They're a goal down at the moment, and one wonders just what their coach Johan Cruyff has said to them as Aloisio makes a very piercing run indeed down that left touch line and wins a corner. That was good from the Brazilian, who's here loping into the penalty area. You feel much more content about that. So the corner taken by Bagheeri-Stein, and once more Abel's there, confidently caught. So far it's been a good afternoon for Rocinho Abel. The ball's going to come straight back towards him with Eusebio. Good running here. And free kicks are given, much to the disapproval of the home fans. But I would say that referee Ramos Marco has done as well as anybody we've seen on top team Spanish soccer this season so far. Anyway, he's been right on the spot with all his decisions, firmly in control of this game. And it's Eusebio flighting the free kick and away, but not very easily. Now it is away from Carlos. Well, as far as Aloisio, and still Barcelona playing more like a home side in the opening phases of this second half, as Aloisio goes on another of those menacing runs of his. Wins a free kick this time. So the Brazilian seems to be under strict orders to carry the fight more to the opposition. This is twice he's gone strolling forward, and this time he's brought down. Free kick for Barcelona. Bagheeri-Stein again has the responsibility of finding a colleague's head inside that Atletico penalty area. It was Roberto going in for it. But once more, Atletico survived that little scare, and they retain the 1-0 advantage. It's knocked forward by Orjuelia. Now Donato. Well, it's the first time really Atletico have been anywhere near the Barcelona goal and penalty area in this second half. They're still there with Mourinho. Played forward for Baquero. Brings it down. Then changes the point of attack, sensibly bringing Lopez Ricarte into things. And the right back with a chance to cross it. Oh, dearie me. That's not one of the better moments of the game. And Lopez Ricarte will probably keep his head down for a moment or two after that. Hardly the skill expected of a Spanish international. Now a chance for Atletico. On the burst is Thomas. One man ahead of him inside the penalty area. He's here. Oh, and a chance maybe now. Just dribbled back to Zubizarreta. But there was a real opening then. There was the cross. Aimed for Carlos. Taken on by Araujo. The foot came in and it was just not back in time to Zubizarreta. Meanwhile, Barcelona's substitutes are all limbering up and down because Julio Salinas is on his knees once more. It's a helping hand from the official. And Barcelona have won a free kick of their own. You didn't see the offence that caused it, but you'll see Eusebio take it. Sacristan Eusebio, who can curl a quite deadly free kick. They'll be looking for one from him now. There it is, and oh, a chance here, and the equaliser from Roberto. He's stolen round the back of the Atletico defence, and Barcelona are back in it. Fernandez Roberto is the scorer. Well, we were saying how Eusebio could curl these ones in, and watch how Roberto gets away from his marker Donato and straight across Abel's face into the far corner. 1-1. So Atletico will be rather crestfallen about this. They should have marked Roberto better than that. There's no way he should have got away from his marker as he did. It was a well-placed header, beautifully directed. 1-1 it is, and that really sets up the second half now. Barcelona can start to think in terms of winning the game again now instead of saving it. Nothing but a change of attitude. So the goal coming at a perfect time, but Donato trying to get Madrid back, and that's a free kick surely against Melia. Well, he blocked his man out. The referee saw that. Again, he was in a good position. And it's Atletico's free kick, no more than 7 or 8 yards outside the penalty area. And Baltazar is there. I don't think he'll be the one, though. And let's see just how they've been working on these things, and indeed it was Baltazar. Well, I cannot understand that for the life of me. The way he shaped up for that, there was no possibility of him curling it in. Very odd decision indeed. And, well, he must have couldn't have got that in 3 sets of goalposts. So it's Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 1 now, here in the Vicente Calderón Stadium. And the Catalan side feeling much happier about things as they move that ball out to the left-hand side, but Roberto, their scorer, has to play it all the way back to Zubizarreta, skipper. There's his clearance and picked up by Baquero, who was not marked at all. Had a bit of freedom, and here's Baquero once more. Now Melia. Baquero's figured 3 times in this move so far. Eusebio, who's made the equalising goal for them. He's there again, and that'll be a free kick. So Atletico Madrid continuing to concede free kicks inside their own half, and they were punished for the last one they gave away. Can Eusebio repeat the trick? Now it's away this time. Thomas completes the clearance, but puts the ball straight out of play. And Barcelona certainly have had the better of the second half, just as Atletico Madrid had much the better of the first half, but the home side does have a free kick now. Which Donato will take. A little bit of scrappiness about all that. Julio Salinas will... well, as the throw's gone to Atletico Madrid here. And they're just outside the Barcelona penalty area. Not working in great cohesion at the moment. And that was all very messy, but at long last Eusebio brings it clear. And tries to get Lineker moving through the middle. Julio Salinas now turning away from his marker. And the ball was clipped towards Lineker, but in any event a free kick had been awarded to Barcelona. The referee merely wants the ball, wants to get on with things, keep the game flowing. Played inside that area towards Julio Salinas, who's as good as anybody. He's holding the ball up. Terrific play from the big number 9. Very good indeed. And Lineker just didn't have the sharpness then to move onto that ball. But he's still up inside the penalty area as Baquero is here. Nice little back heel from him. Barcelona certainly dictating the course of this second half, with this little man Eusebio at the hub of a lot of it. He wins a throw this time. And Barcelona's supporters getting behind them. Perhaps they're sensing that this game is changing direction. For so long Barcelona seemed unable to get their game together. Now they are putting it together a little better. Confidence bred by an equaliser, of course, but here Lineker was just unable to control it. But at the moment it's all Barcelona possession. They have it there with Salinas, and they have it again here with Lopez Ricarte. Oh, surely a handball there. The referee spotted it, as he's spotted most things with his eagle eye so far today. And that's sensibly done, quickly taken, and a chance here for Barcelona. He's round the full-back. Julio Salinas tries to turn, gets it back to Lopez Ricarte. But, again the whistle has gone. This time the free kick has gone to the Madrid side. Well won by Roberto. One back by Lineker. Well, nobody really is putting it together at the moment, but oh no, Bagiri-Stein losing out. And Atletico Madrid really must wonder how they're going to get back into this game, because they've done nothing in this second half, as Aloisio cuts that one out with some ease. Emilia helps him, and then the Brazilian brings it all the way out of his own defence and loses it. So once more Barcelona playing themselves into a spot of bother, and hustling for it here is Carlos. No foul this time. Good covering job done by Juan Carlos Arteche there. But Julio Salinas has looked a bit more lively in this second half. One very good dribble. Lopez Ricarte, the longer ball, spreading it. Forward by Serna. Poor ball though. Straight to Thomas, who gleefully plays it for Donato. Thomas shows some very neat footwork indeed, but again Aloisio is there. So it's Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 1, and Atletico in possession just outside the Barcelona half. Oh, and a slip there, almost presenting an opportunity, and the shot drilled in wide of that left-hand upright. But again, Atletico's chance came about because of some rather hesitant work in the home defence, and there it was Roberto who got it wrong. The ball played wide, and the shot coming in drilled wide of Zubizarreta's left-hand upright. Moments of casualness that could cost Barcelona. As it is, they're level, 1-1. And here is Julio Salinas, but that ball will run out of play. Rather languid-looking player at times, Julio Salinas. But he has a lot of skill. Atletico's free kick, taken by Mourinho, who's there again. Roberto Simon Mourinho, hard-working player. And he's beaten the offside trap. And a chance here for Baltazar, and cut across the middle, and it was just nicked away by the Barcelona defender at the precise moment when it mattered. So the scoreline remaining at 1 apiece. And Barcelona's possession with Baquero, a little workhorse. Oh, and then dreadfully giving it away. He put no power into the pass at all, and that's an equally poor one from Baltazar, one of the 2 goal scorers in the game so far. Now then, here's Baquero once more. Lineker's making a run ahead of him, and here is Lineker. He's onside. Gary Lineker, 2-1 to Barcelona. And the England striker shows his delight. No wonder he clenches his fist. He timed it superbly that time. Made the run at the perfect moment. Baquero, delightful little ball through. It beat the offside trap. They were appealing. Lineker didn't stop. Took it wide of Abel and slid it home. And a joyous moment for the England striker. And Barcelona from 1 down, a 2-1 up. Disconsolate Abel, who's done very little wrong in this match, has seen his side overhauled. And again we can see how Baquero just slithered that ball across the Atletico Madrid defence to Lineker. He might look offside there, but I don't think he was when the pass was played. And he took it with all the coolness of an international striker. And just the fillip that Barcelona needed. Carrasco has come on for Bagheera Stein as well. And they're here once more, but this time there is an offside flag. So Eusebio's little chip over the top of Abel will count for naught. Well, I think that goal had been threatening, and Eusebio has been booked for time wasting there. Atletico Madrid somehow have just lost everything in this second half, as they have again here. So maybe a chance for once more for Barcelona's. Bagheera Stein lifts it over the top. Carrasco, in fact, Carrasco's just come on. There's Baquero, who undoubtedly created the second goal. And here he is once more. And again. Now Carrasco. Bagheera Stein's had one of his quieter matches out on that left touch line, which is no doubt why Johan Cruyff has decided it's time to introduce Carrasco. So the free kick awarded, and I wonder if Ron Atkinson will play his card too. He's got the experienced Aguilera on the touchline, somebody he could bring on maybe. A very poor free kick this time, wasn't played with much conviction at all. But the Atletico Madrid fans, who are hard to please at times, just getting a little bit impatient now, some of them perhaps irate even. Their side, having been a goal up, now trail. And Lineker, the scorer. Nice little back heel from Baltazar, who got the Atletico Madrid goal from the penalty spot. Well, and that's the sort of thing that really displeases a home crowd, when their side are behind and a player is caught in possession from behind like that. Atletico Madrid, of course, reached the Spanish Cup final last season, only to lose to Real Sociedad, and they're having to defend once more again here. So they have had a measure of success in recent times, They've brought Ron Atkinson from England to try and bring them further success, but the game is going against them at the moment, having gone very much for them in the first half. That sums it up, whereas that pass might have reached its destination in the opening 45 minutes, it didn't there. And so Barcelona continue to apply the pressure on Real Madrid at the top of the Spanish First Division, provided this scoreline remains the same. And Barcelona stay in front. Here is Lopez Ricarte. Well, they ran out of steam there. So Mourinho, who figured twice. Emilia played it a little too hastily, maybe. Carrasco, the substitute, who came on immediately after that Gary Lineker goal. Well, that pass required precision. Aloisio, and they're just content to calmly stroke this ball around at the moment. They are the side in the lead. The onus is on Atletico Madrid to come back at them. Well, they do appear to have shot their bolt a little bit to the home side at the moment, which is why I'm surprised that their coach has not made a substitution as yet. They seem to need a bit of inspiration from someone, and it's not coming at the moment. They are in possession with Luis Garcia, who asks rather a lot here of his man, Orejuela. Barcelona in the midst of a very good run at the moment. Both they and Real Madrid, in fact, have been almost invincible over the last couple of months. That looked distinctly like handball against Carrasco. Referee Ramos Marco agrees. So now can Atletico Madrid breathe a little fire back into their game? Thomas's free kick, flicked on, Baltazar. Hooked away again by Emilia. But there's a bit more urgency in this move, and it's Donato, turns inside the tackler, rolls it inside invitingly. Oh, but while one man seemed to know what he was doing, the others didn't, which is why the ball has ended up in the hands of Zubizarreta once more. He's rather given it away, but it's won back by Emilia, and then there'll be a free kick here. The challenge on Lineker. It's Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 2. And the majority of this 50,000 crowd in the Vicente Calderon Stadium have been somewhat hushed since Lineker's goal. A game that looked so promising for points is now just beginning to slip away, as Baquero lifts that ball just outside the penalty area for Julio Salinas, who's, well, he should have got onto the end of Eusebio's pass there, and he was unceremoniously bundled down by Juan Carlos Artechi, who will get a yellow card for that, and quite right too. So Eusebio, now this is a similar situation from the one, or by the one from which he created the first goal for Roberto. This time they couldn't quite get the ball over to Lineker. Aloisio spotted the danger. Well, sometimes they do play themselves into bother, as they did there, and then they get themselves out of it. Nice little back heel. from Orejuela. Throw for Madrid, and Orejuela is racing onto that throw-in. It was well taken by Juan Carlos Arteche. Aloisio will mop up again. Barcelona just coasting a little at the moment. That seemed a rather vigorous challenge from Roberto. The referee saw nothing wrong with it though. And I think we can expect a substitution from Atletico Madrid in the next few moments. They desperately need to get some fire back in their bellies, as they would say. There doesn't appear to be a lot of appetite at the moment. It's a danger, of course, for sides when they go down against teams like Barcelona, that they can't understand how they can get back into the match. And indeed, I think now is the time for Ron Atkinson to play his card. And it is indeed Aguilera who comes on in place of Torrecillo. So number 6 goes off and number 16 comes on. Well, let's see if it has the desired effect. He's got about 16 minutes in which to turn the course of the game, which is not a long time. Barcelona 2-1 ahead. Free kick, Carrasco. Good turn. And Baquero almost threading that ball through back to Carrasco. That's better. Nice ball played out there. So a chance immediately for the substitute to make his mark. And the cross towards Baltazar. Ably dealt with by Zubizarreta, who felt the full force of Baltazar. No complaints from the goalkeeper though. Well, he might have had the odd word with him. So straight away, substitute Aguilera, putting over a very fine cross indeed, and Zubizarreta had to be sharp. And it's now the turn of Barcelona's Johan Cruyff to play his joker maybe. Ali Sanko, that most experienced of internationals, formerly with Atletico Bilbao, will be the number 12 entering the fray. And it's the scorer of the last goal, Gary Lineker, who comes off looking somewhat perplexed. Perhaps he can't understand why somebody who's just given his team the lead should be withdrawn from the action. That's what's happened. And Eusebius through. 15 minutes to go. Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 2 here in the Vicente Calderon Stadium. And these would be precious points indeed for Barcelona, because not only would it enable them to maintain the pressure on Real Madrid, it would also open up a real gap between themselves and today's opposition, Atletico. As they say, a real four-pointer is this one, and Barcelona on the break with Eusebio inside Atletico's half. Just bobbled away from him though. Picked up by Juan Carlos Arteche. And now Carlos, shadowed by Aloisio. Stretch those legs of his. Oh, it's a good cross from that position. And quick thinking too in turn by Zubizarreta to find Carrasco out there. Inside him here. Oh, he does do that so well. And turning and retaining possession, Baquero. Oh, and nicely done by Roberto. It's just too long for him though. Baquero's had a good game. He was winning that ball back there in midfield. Julio Salinas will take his somewhat ungainly frame past the first defender. He's a very effective player, is Julio Salinas. as these Madrid supporters know only too well. Just over 10 minutes remain. And Barcelona in possession, over towards Baquero. Again, he took up that position at the back of the defence. And still Atletico Madrid really finding it hard to get into this second half. Barcelona have tightened up no end in defence and in midfield. And the news of the other important game being played today is that Real Madrid have in fact beaten Espanyol by 4-1. So it becomes imperative that Barcelona win here to keep the position that they've got, just 2 points behind Real at the top of the Spanish First Division. 2 points separate them at the moment, and that will be status quo if this scoreline remains the same. And Aloisio will opt for safety. It's important now that Barcelona don't do anything silly. Rashness must be the last thing on their minds, but for the moment Atletico Madrid seem to run out of ideas in attack. As Abel clears and hopes that somebody in front can just do something a little bit more inventive. Oh, and Carrasco's back pass. Well, I was talking about not doing anything rash, and that could have been. You'd have had a rare old rollicking from Johan, I think, if that one had gone to Carlos. Here's Julio Salinas. Aloisio always seems to have so much time on the ball. And Lopez Ricarte, good play. And holding off Mariña. Now they do lose it to Orejuela. Mariña inside, and that must be a free kick against Milia, who has been an offender before in this game. And indeed a yellow card is shown. So a caution for Milia to go with the one that was administered to Eusebio. And that's why Carlos of Atletico is the other player to have been booked so far. And Atletico in the red and white stripes, 2-1 down, have the possession. Well, they were in quickly, but so too was Mariña there. That looked a little more threatening for the moment. But Aloisio gives it away, and now there is a chance. Orejuela just outside the area. Tucks it inside, and the ball came off the heel of a defender from Baltazar's shot. So they survive, and once again it was their own undoing really, Barcelona's then. They somewhat gave that ball away, well, under no pressure at all. And that's what they must guard against. Potential champions don't do that sort of thing, and here they come once more, and Baltazar hacked down. In fact, it's Carlos. He was no more than a yard outside the penalty area. And it was substitute Alisanko, I think, who was wrestling with him there, and he kicked him. Quite right, the decision. And now Atletico Madrid do have a chance. I'm not at all sure that he would have got on to the end of the pass, Carlos. It didn't matter in the end. It was rather a stupid thing to do in that position. And again, Baltazar seems to choose to run at the ball at right angles, hoping to hook it round with his right foot. Well, the goalkeeper will know exactly what he's intending. What he won't know is whereabouts the ball's going to go. Well, it was a better attempt than the first one. Something he must have been rehearsing and practicing a great deal in the weeks leading up to this season, I would think. Whoops, a little bit quick there. And the free kick just too high. So Barcelona retain their advantage. 2-1 here in Madrid. Baquero on the jump, can't win it. Roberto can win a free kick though from Donato. Well, only a goal separating the sides with no more than about 5 or 6 minutes to go. Eusebio takes it with the instep and finds a supporter in Julio Salinas. Well, there's some confusion about whose throw it is. It turns out to be Atletico's. So Juan Carlos Arteche brings the game into motion once more, and Julio Salinas, with those huge long legs of his, wins a throw. Well, it's almost as though both sides are playing out time at the moment, as Julio Salinas, well, justifiably I suppose from Barcelona's point of view, takes his time. The onus very definitely is on Atletico Madrid to produce something here. Salinas again gets past his marker. He's so difficult, just a gangly player, and he's won another free kick here. And it's Atletico Madrid's turn to concede a free kick in an ill-advised position, especially with people like Baquero, who springs so well to get on the end of free kicks, and especially when someone like Eusebio is taking them. Here is Eusebio, and there is Baquero, and there is goal number 3. Well, that was almost prophetic. Baquero's done it again, and surely now he's clinched the points for Barcelona. It is astonishing how often he gets into these positions. Eusebio telepathically knows where he is, flights it to perfection. The keeper is lost, really in no man's land, and once that header's come in, there's no stopping it. So Jose Baquero gets his name on the score sheet once again. 5 minutes from time, it's Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 3. A punishing header from the little man. The goalkeeper actually got his hand to it, Abel, but he couldn't keep it out. And it's amazing the way the game has turned in this second half. In the first half, Barcelona just didn't look as though they knew one another at times. In the second half, it's been one-way traffic. And Atletico Madrid have looked a beaten side even before, actually, Lineker put Barcelona ahead for the first time in the game. And one has to say that Johan Cruyff must have used some very good words to his team in the dressing room at half-time. They had the desired effect, whatever they were. Well, it seemed there as though the ball was deliberately knocked out of play. So it's a Madrid throw, but they surely face a hopeless task now. 2 goals in arrears, the referee already looking at his watch, and indeed he's raising his arm and pointing to the tunnel. It's all over, and Barcelona have won this one by 3-1. Their scorers Roberto, Lineker and Baquero, and a valuable victory indeed, from 1 down to win 3-1, and now they've played the same number.